I have to admit that I really struggle with how the ignorance of people like you has caused me to view things from the perspective of a country that my family fled from twice, because that's not something that I ever wanted to do. But why do you think my grandmother, who was born in Shanghai in the 1910s, was named Marie Antoinette and spoke French? And I'll give you a hint, it's not because my family were Francophiles. Why do you think Macau was a Portuguese territory until 1999? Why do you think Hong Kong was a British colony until 1997? Why do you think there were French, German, Japanese, Russian, Italian, United States, Belgian, and Austro-Hungarian concessions in China? What do you think the Sino-Japanese Wars and the Opium Wars were about? It's not that China invited those countries in for tea and there was an unfortunate misunderstanding about respecting boundaries. It's not like those were mutually beneficial diplomatic relationships to stimulate trade, because China didn't get to have ports or concessions in those countries. It is because those countries felt it was their decision to make that China not be nationalist. And as much as we like to drag China for the Cultural Revolution and the devastation it wreaked on its own people and how oppressive it's been to its own people, we should consider ourselves lucky that China's response to all of that invasion was to lock down its own borders and to lock down its own people, because if you consider the list of countries that I named that had concessions in China, what Western nation would have taken that much interference and that much invasion without getting everybody involved in a world war?